to On the Couch Talking Sports. We're back with you on the couch this week. It's sort of our regular format. We hope you enjoyed the documentary we did a couple of weeks back. We definitely enjoyed making it. But tonight, we're back to our regular format. As always, I'm Robbie. This is Kyle. And this guy right here, you probably remember this guy.
Don't mind, I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Is our buddy Craig. If you saw some of our previous episodes, we had Craig on, and we thought, we wanted to have him back. So Craig, welcome back to the show, man.
I am humbled and honored to be welcome back here.
You almost an order to get.
I almost did.
But anyway, so we're really excited to have you back. Welcome.
Man, Craig.
And the reason why we have Craig back on, other than he's just an awesome guy, is because Craig, as you can probably tell, I'm wearing this shirt here. And Craig actually has this hat that he's whipping out for us right now.
And I'm wearing Indiana Jones, just in case you guys are wondering.
We both do.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys should just do this by yourself. Just leave him off. That would be as fun. But anyway, the reason why we had Craig
He's the looks.
He's
got
the
the looks.
yeah.
He's got the boyish looks. You need him.
Yeah. But the reason why we had him on was because Craig and I are both baseball umpires.
Yeah.
I umpire mostly the league, and Craig does a whole bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm part of the Massachusetts Baseball Umpires Association, MBUA.
Yeah. He's a pretty big deal if you haven't noticed already.
Biggest deal you could be.
So
That's it.
So so we're gonna talk a little umpiring today, a little baseball umpiring, some favorite memories from umpiring.
I feel like often overlooked is umpiring.
Yeah, they only look at umpires when they do something
They mess
wrong.
up.
They
Yeah.
don't look at the guys behind the mask, so to speak.
Nailed it.
But Kyle,
That's true.
don't worry, we're not gonna leave Kyle silent this episode.
Yeah,
Kyle's gonna sort of.
Unlike these guys, I don't really have any experience whatsoever with umpiring, but yeah, I have a story or two to share. At least playing baseball.
We can't wait. We can't wait to hear it. So we're gonna get right into it. Talking first off, some favorite memories. I think umpiring is where we're gonna start this. And Craig, I'm gonna let you sort of set us up here, or sort of dive into what are some nice memories you have from or not nice, but just some favorite
memorable stuff that stands out.
memorable stuff.
A lot of stuff. I started umpiring when I was 13.
So did I.
Started with Little League, then moved up as went on. Highest I've done was 15, 16-year-olds.
That's a tough age group.
They're okay. I mean, they're actually. I'd rather deal with them than the Little League with parents.
I agree completely.
But memories. The big one that stands out was when I was doing 13 and 14-year-olds. A dog ran on the field.
Gotta love them.
And then,
the
didn't really invade the game. Just strolled out, middle of the game, and then just urinated in the infield.
Oh.
And then everyone went ah! It was so funny. In unison, everyone did it. And then the dog.
Did you do it too?
Yeah, I was just like, what the hell is going on? And then the owner of the dog was yelled out, guys, it's only urine. And then some guy from the stand was like, well, why don't you drink it? And I was like, what? The true story. It was hard. I was just like, I don't know. Let's just end the game.
So you guys were like, that
escalated very quickly.
Yeah, it's so awkward. And my other funny story is I almost died umpiring. I probably wouldn't have died, but I was in the infield umpiring for second base, so you're pretty near everything.
Yeah.
You're kind of right in the zone.
Yeah.
Ball came right at me like this. And I turned my head and went shh, like the Matrix.
Like the Matrix.
Ooh,
I was just about to say that's
reflexes, very nice.
Pulling Neo.
Yeah. The one.
Yeah.
You are the one.
I am the one.
There you go.
Behind the one in 21.
We're glad you're here with us.
Yeah.
We're glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. I'm glad I'm alive.
We're glad you're here to tell your story.
Yeah.
And not in a coma somewhere or something.
And then my last story I can remember was a pretty easy one. Was there was a snake in the dugout, and they wanted me to do something about it. And I was like, no.
Just because you're the umpire doesn't mean just because you're the umpire doesn't mean you have to play grounds crew and everything.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not touching the snake. Get away from me. It was a big snake too. It wasn't like a grass snake. It was a boa constrictor.
Those things could be dangerous. I was about to say that would have
just
been.
wants a hug.
Just wants.
Oh jeez.
Sorry, I can help that.
That was great. You nailed it. Good job.
Yeah, I would say one of my favorite memories from umpiring would be getting the opportunity to, and this was sort of a positive and negative memory, but getting the opportunity to umpire a team that was coached by Danny Ainge of the Boston Celtics.
Oh, okay.
You know, the
No
Celtics,
way.
the GM of the Celtics, Danny Ainge. His
Oh my
son,
God.
his son.
Was he a jerk?
Yeah, kind of. I'm sorry, Danny, but I gotta be as a human being, he's a really nice guy. You know, there was one game he came up to me and said hi and sort of patted me on the shoulder. That was pretty awesome. But as a coach, yeah, he was tough to deal with sometimes. I got.
What was he like when you? Did he know that you knew he was Danny Ainge?
I'm sure he did. Everybody knew he was Danny Ainge.
Okay.
So I'm pretty,
Well, it's not like I feel like it's a common man wouldn't know. It's a
yeah,
pretty deep reference.
but yeah.
I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty. I mean, for all I know, I knew he was. But yeah, it was pretty cool though. I mean, you know, when you get to umpire a game where the kids are the coach is a big shot like Danny Ainge, it's pretty cool experience.
Sometimes the coaches are more into it than the actual players.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, we're gonna get into that in a little bit.
Oh no.
But some of my other favorite memories, umpiring, some of my funnest games I've umped have been playoff games or championship games. I know those are people think oh, those are probably the toughest games to umpire, but they're still a lot of fun because they're not regular season games where they can be blowouts and stuff like that depending on how good. These are the top two teams, the top teams in the league, and they're.
It's good baseball.
It's good baseball, and it's it's good quick baseball, and I really enjoy doing that.
There you go.
And I think I think it's about it. Favorite memories for me. So now I kind of want to turn over to Kyle here, bring him in. It's sort of discussed it. We're gonna give you the hat.
Ooh, very nice.
Greg's been nice enough.
You notice the brim on that hat is shorter than a normal hat, so you can put the mask on and fit it on tight.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, interesting.
But Kyle, so I know you haven't umpired, but you have played the league baseball.
I have.
So I wanted to know if you had any memories as a player, any umpires you remember, any memories of interacting with umpires or anything like that.
I haven't had a whole lot. Yeah, I gotta say I haven't had a whole lot of interaction with umpires, but I do remember. Yeah, you had some of the ones that were kind of unfair. They didn't really see the calls right away, or they didn't call the right shots. But
Right calls.
the
Yeah,
right calls. I don't know what that was. I'm just speaking out of.
Still trying to figure out why we had him on this episode. Continue.
Just but some of the ones I've had in the past, I couldn't really understand what they were saying. So I remember I'd go up to play, and they'd be like, "Whoo!" I'd be like, "What are you saying? Is that a ball? Strike? What the hell?" I just. What am I supposed to walk off now? Are you strikes, or are you talking about what? So
you strikes you out.
I guess so. Yeah, I couldn't even understand sometimes. They just But no, I mean.
When you're an umpire, you kind of gotta be you gotta be loud, but you also gotta be clear.
True.
When I umpire, that's the one thing everybody likes about me is I'm very loud, but I'm very clear, so they can understand what's going on. I have a very distinctive strike call. I'm strike. I basically yell it out, strike call. I don't know how you.
I say strike one, and I say two, I don't
Yeah.
say strike two, I just say two.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I do
interesting.
as well. Yeah.
And I say strike three, and I emphasize the three.
Do you do the sideways punch out or
I
the?
do. What the hell was that?
What?
I do the three, and then punch.
Gotcha.
Oh, interesting.
We just had a poltergeist. I don't think they heard that.
Yeah, that was
Poltergeist
a
was just in this room.
random sound. Yeah.
So
That
I'll
was
take
maybe
it back.
haunted.
What do I do
This
for
house
my
might be
call?
haunted, just saying. But
What do I do for my call? So I show the three,
Yeah.
right? I go three, and then punch, like a punch out.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
do.
yeah.
I do to the side. I do
So
it
you
to
go,
the
do
side.
you do two
yeah.
hands like that?
I do like the
Like a rev up.
like the lawnmower
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
oh,
I got the punch out. I know some umpires who do like go like this, then bring it
And
down.
some just go like just.
And then
sort
some
of
just do
like,
the outside.
yeah, I do that when like if a batter like swings and misses out there, I'll point to signify he's swung, and I'll just go up with the fat.
I've seen umpires do this like a Z. They go like that kinda,
Yeah, there's
Seen
a
all
whole
sorts of
bunch of ways to do
or they just
it.
do the punch to the face, to the straight on.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff.
No, it's
That's where you have fun. That's where you get to make it your
right.
own.
It's a creative profession, you know.
Could be.
You can sort of make your own. You can sort of make your own way. Not make
Carve your own
way,
path.
Yeah, carve exactly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Any other?
Well,
Kyle, how about this? How about
actually-
this?
What?
If you were an umpire, how would he call?
Yeah.
Oh, how would I do my signal?
How would you say strike
Yeah.
one, strike two? How would you do
Oh
it?
man,
Putting you on the spot.
I never even really thought of that, but now that I think about it, I'd probably go. You guys, would this count for a strike?
What? I mean, make it your own, dude.
I like
Right.
karate.
Karate chop.
karate.
You go karate.
I like karate.
Strike
so
one.
I would just go right for the strike. Like,
So
strike one.
you'd go open hand or would you go closed hand? Typical.
Well,
It's typical to do closed
Typical
hand.
do close
Typical
hand,
close
yeah.
But like I said, you could do the chop.
I might
mean,
do the chop just because it's quicker and you get more. Like,
It's more less wind resistance.
less wind resistance.
Yeah.
It's just like
I would,
bam.
I
to
would
the
love
point.
to see you umpire
Oh,
a game.
God.
Just,
It would be
just
priceless.
It would be hilarious.
Priceless.
It would be an experience.
And then send it to
So this-
everybody's
good or
home
bad,
video.
I'm not sure.
So this is strike one.
Probably bad. Yeah.
Strike two would be the same.
Or
I'd
strike
probably just say
three, baby.
strike. I'd probably just say strike. Rely on the scoreboard to do it. Strike like that. Like a very.
Would it be the same for all three strikes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, your third strike call can be different. You can change it up. Or you're just gonna
I
keep.
might say maybe strike three, you're out kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I
So
might do
so
karate
the
in the
chop,
chop, bring it back.
Hitchhike.
Yeah.
Karate chop, hitchhike. That's how I do it.
Chop you, you're done.
You're done. Exactly. Yeah.
Chop the pizza, serve it up.
But
Yeah. That's
I
yeah,
would
pretty
love
much.
to see you umpire. Yeah,
And actually,
that'd be-
that was.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was about to say, actually, really quickly, there was actually, I think I might have mentioned this in another episode, but there actually was a moment where I actually did control a scoreboard. So technically, I did kind of work with the umpire in sort of a way. I heard his call.
You did nothing.
And
Press buttons.
Yeah.
I heard his call. I
You know what? I'm
did
taking the hat away from
Oh,
you
okay.
now. There you
Well, that's pretty much the closest I've ever gotten.
I think
to
Kyle
working
should
as
keep
an
it up.
go.
umpire.
Yeah,
I
actually,
think
you know
you
what?
should
I
keep it
think
up.
you should keep it.
Okay.
Here, we'll put it back.
Maybe
front.
I'll become one if I just wear it long enough. Does that
You
work
should
that way?
wear backwards hats. You should wear your hat.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
I'll
a
wear
good
this
look
for-
on you.
Thank you. I'll wear this for the rest of the episode.
If I saw you coming down the street with a backwards hat, I'd be like, that guy's doing it. I don't know what it is, but he's doing it.
Doing something.
Should I just wear this to work from now on? Just like to school? I work at a school, for those of you who don't
That's
know.
on you, man. You do what you want.
Backwards cap. Maybe I'll make an umpiring backwards cap.
All right. So moving on, if we can.
I'm good.
All right. So now I kind of want to turn my attention back to Craig here, and we sort of touched on this a little bit in our previous discussion. Coaches.
Coaches.
They could be our best friends or the bane of our existence.
Yeah, they
Who are some coaches? First of all, who are some? And obviously we're not going to name names because that. Even though I named Danny, we're not going to name like.
I'll name
other-
names.
All right, fine. If you want to name names,
I'm
but
not
like, who are some coaches that Let's just keep it. Who are some coaches that have really given you a hard time? Call them out. Call them
I'm
out.
not gonna call them out, but I will say like
Or who? What are
I
some
can say
experiences
general
with coaches?
characteristics
Yeah, what are some
of
general
coaches that are annoying are the coaches who think they know all the rules.
Yes, I
That's
completely
what
100% agree.
And usually the people who think they know all the rules
Don't know the
know
rules
nothing.
at all, yeah.
know the least.
The people who think they know how to do our jobs better than us, I feel like telling them sometimes, fine, you do it. Here's the mask, here's the chest protector. Just get behind home plate and call the game. I'll just go home.
Yeah, it sometimes gets quite hilarious where I've had coaches tell me that a kid can tag up if it hits the glove. That means you have to tag up. If they don't catch it, once it hits it.
I know where you're going.
Like he was
even if
no, tag up when it hits the glove. I was like, no.
Because so basically they said even if he drops the ball,
Yeah.
he still has to
I was
tag.
like,
I'm
was
no.
like, that makes no sense. Like, and I'm trying to think of other funny rules that people just don't understand. Yeah, that one sticks out in my head, and then just like
the overthrow rule, like a lot of coaches I feel like don't understand that. Just to explain the little baseball 101 here. In baseball, on a ground ball to the infielder, the first play from an infield, if a ball gets thrown out, play is 2 bases from the time of the pitch. But on anything else, it's 2 bases from the time of the throw.
It's a batted ball.
Yeah, it's on a batted ball. Yes. I know when you're on the big diamond, you have to deal with pitchers pickoffs and
it's
stuff
all
like
sorts
that. We won't get into that, but that rule can be kind
that
of
gets
tough.
confusing. Yeah, and I think where other people get confused is just I think just little things, and it's not like a bad thing, but it gets bad when they assume that they're right and they're like, no, you're wrong. It's like, no, like
they try and be like a lawyer, basically, argue with you. Yeah.
So they're like fans and parents, I'm sure.
Fans and parents are worse.
Oh.
Because they don't know anything. They don't know anything. But
they give you guys a really hard time sometimes. I feel bad for
they
you.
do. They do, man.
It's funny. I think it's funny.
It's made me. Being an umpire has made me respect major league umpires so much more. I still if I go to a game, I'll still yell at umpires and stuff like that. But I understand what they're going.
It's like more of a joke.
Yeah, but it's I understand what they're going through because and too, we sort of going through the same thing with coaches and players and stuff like that.
Not everyone's perfect, and you can't always make the.
No,
that's what they have to replace now.
Right, we don't have this replay yet.
Unfortunately, no. That'd be awesome if we did.
Yeah,
I feel like everyone would do it. Everyone would be
like,
monitor, go to the replay.
Well, they have it in the Little League World Series.
That's cool. I mean,
they would stall quite a bit, yeah.
That's been cool. You been watching that?
Yeah, I like that. I want to bring this up as a point. Little League World Series umpires, I have a ton of respect for them because they don't
get paid.
Get paid to go do those games. They pay they pay their own way to Williamsport, but
they get a room.
I don't even think they get.
They
that.
do. They have an umpire's house, I think, or something.
Oh, okay.
There's a weird story that they have a house that they stay
at.
They don't get paid. No.
They have to pay their own way there, and it's just the fact that they do that for just sort of for the love of umpiring, the love of baseball. I think is a really really cool thing, and I have a ton of respect for those guys.
And if I remember correctly, there's not a lot of disputes.
Not really, especially now that there are challenges and stuff like that. But that's the other thing. Little League, Little League coaches aren't nearly as bad as MLB coaches. I gotta admit, I would not want to be on the front end of some of those MLB.
I wouldn't want to be.
I wouldn't want to be face to face with Lupinella.
I don't want to be on the bad end of some of those players.
Yeah. Oh, the players are even worse than the managers.
Some of them are insane. But so. I got a question for you. This is kind of off topic, but where did you get taught to umpire?
Just in town.
In town,
yeah. In the town in Wellesley where I live, they have umpiring courses every year and stuff like that. So when I was 13, I went and took the course and have been umpiring ever since.
Okay.
So
nice.
Nice.
So
do you have any funny learning stories of people?
Not really. It's all been pretty straightforward because we've actually been taught. We've been lucky enough to be taught by MBUA guys. So they just they really know their stuff, which is a cool thing. They really help really help us sort of brush up on the rules and stuff like that. But nothing really worthwhile.
Because they are characters. A lot of the umpires.
Oh, yeah.
Are very like it's like a sitcom. Some of them, and the guy who taught me was just like out of a sitcom where he would swear every minute. He was, and we did. I actually took the course with a bunch of my friends, and we actually took a count of how many times he said the F. I don't know. I can't say the F word, right?
Yeah, no.
He said that. Yeah, I won't. And he said it in like a 1 hour class. He said it like 47 times.
Wow.
It was awesome. But he was like so smart. He's actually the guy who taught me is the Massachusetts rule interpreter.
Really?
So like so he like helps interpret the rules because baseball rules are the most intricate rules.
Yeah.
They're not.
There's so many different. There are a lot of interpretations to some rules. Yeah, it's complicated. I mean, if you really have to know the game well to become an umpire. So I just want to quickly sort of share some of my coach moments. I've had a couple of coaches that I just couldn't stand just because they just like would argue everything and like kind of like you said, would just like basically tell you that you're wrong and stuff like that. I had one coach basically told me that I stunk like right in front of me.
Does he like? Do they realize that's not helping them?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that they just like. They think that they're right.
I always say
they think that they're right and they're not gonna go down without.
Wouldn't you want to be on the good side of the guy who's doing the rule calling?
I agree. Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, I try not to like make calls based on which coach I like most, but it's hard sometimes because like there's one coach you really like and one coach that you don't.
You gotta stay impartial.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Because once you start going down that road, it's
slippery slope.
Yeah, slippery slope.
You don't do that. Yeah.
But yeah, I've had a coach told me I stunk before. I had.
Screw that coach.
There was a.
Tell me his name afterwards.
I don't even know what his name was. He's from another town.
It doesn't matter. That's why.
It doesn't matter. But
it doesn't matter what his name is.
That's weird. Like a lot of times, like. Because I do, in the summer, I do travel baseball, which, like,
I used to do
play
that
against other towns and stuff like that. And some of the opposing town coaches can be just...
Acton Boxborough.
Yeah, I've never done them, but I'm sure. But the one coach I had a problem with, I'm not going to... It was the end of the game. It wasn't my call. It was my partner's call. Like, it's a one-run game in the sixth. Opposing town, bang, play first base. And he calls them out to end the game. Coaches went nuts.
That's
and
awesome.
they're like yelling at each other. Like the coaches were yelling at him. He was yelling at them like coming off the field.
That's awesome.
It got like really. It says he actually like sent an email to the summer president of town. Like it was like it just got really intense. It was bad.
What did you do?
I just tried to get my.
Did you support him? You support him?
Yeah, I supported him.
Always support your partner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I just tried to get my partner out of there because I didn't want him getting himself in trouble.
Smart.
So I just sort of was like,
let's
go.
That's probably the best advice you can give to an umpire who has to deal with people like.
Just walk away.
Walk away and ignore them and just do what you do. If it gets too much,
because if you start arguing back with them, it's going to make you look bad. So,
Kyle, now after hearing all this, if you were a coach, how would you treat an umpire?
I treat him with respect. I would.
I will say this about Kyle:
it's a tough job.
You and I have coached a couple of youth basketball teams together, and you've always been very courteous to the officials and stuff like that.
Thank you.
You've never like. You like me on the other hand. I may chirp a tiny bit, but you're very respectful.
Good cop, bad cop.
Like that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'm definitely the more intense one when it comes to that stuff. Kyle.
Well, it's tough because I'll admit when it comes to sports like basketball and baseball, I'm not that great at always seeing the calls, so I do end up trusting the refs.
Well, you should trust them. You should trust that they got the call right.
Yeah, I do trust
they're the ones that are supposed to be like.
Especially if I'm a volunteer coach, and that's what's kind of frustrating too. I can imagine it's frustrating if you're a volunteer coach, and when you're umpiring, you have to deal with those guys, and they're the ones giving you all the heat.
They treat it
it's
like they're major league
Yeah.
manager sometimes. It's like, come on,
Yeah,
man, you're
it's like-
coaching 11 and 12-year-old
Yeah,
kids.
this is elementary, middle school.
And you're not even, nobody's going to remember if you won a league championship
Yeah.
20 years down the road. Like, come on.
That's
are
right.
you being
That's
serious?
absolutely right, Robbie.
They just make such a big deal out of it. It's just like, you know what? I have totally the utmost respect for the refs and the umpires, and I'm just like, you know what? You guys do your job. I trust you. I mean, yeah, they might not, not everyone might make the best calls, but at the end of the day, you just kind of, you gotta go with the flow. You gotta make the best out of the situation. That's how I look at it.
Well, there's something to be said. Going back to that, I've both played baseball and umpired. The way I look at baseball as an umpire is very different by the way I look at baseball as a player.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's true.
when you play, you get caught up in the moment. You just see all you see is like this guy messed up. Like you should get told what to do.
Yeah.
So I can see where a player comes from being heated, or where a coach comes from. I think where it falls on the umpire to do is take it, realize the situation, explain what's going on, and deal with it. That's part of the facet of being umpire that people don't understand is you have to manage the game. You're not only managing the calls and the players, you're managing the coaches, the parents, you're managing every portion of the game.
Once you get those game balls, it's on you.
The nice white ones.
Yeah, the nice white. And actually, what you just said sort of segues perfect in sort of the last topic that we're going to go through here. And, I know you play baseball, but Craig and I have both played and umpired baseball. And I know one thing I know we were sort of talking about off camera was like how being a player, when you go from being a player to being an umpire, it sort of gives you a new perspective on the game and stuff. I think for me, like, it's really, like, I can somewhat see, like, where the players are coming from, like, because, I've been, I think that's kind of what you said earlier. It's
You
like
get caught up in the moment.
You get caught up in the moment, you're upset, but also
Competition's kicking in, you don't, I always say it's like, you don't see the umpire as an actual person.
Right.
You just
No,
see him
that's
as like,
you only see him when he does something wrong.
yeah, he's just kind of there, and then he's like, "Who's this guy?" Like you don't know him on a personal level.
Yeah.
Like, he could be, I don't know, like George Clooney for all I know.
Yeah, and
The man
also
behind the mess.
Yeah, the man behind the map.
and also like just sort of gives me a newfound respect for like the guys like when I was growing up, the umpires, and just like how hard their job was, because like when you're a player, all you gotta do is go out and play. But when you're an umpire, you gotta go like we were saying, you gotta like basically manage everything that's going on out there.
It's tough to compare the two things.
But I think being a player though does help you become an umpire, because you understand the game, you understand
There you
the
go.
rules, and you can like relate to like certain situations that may arise. And
I would
things
say
like that.
the most successful umpires I know, or the most effective, whatever you want to say, are former players. Or the best umpires I know are former players.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you kind of, to be an umpire, you almost have to be a former player. I don't know if many people who haven't like actually played the game who then went on to become umpires, because it's not.
I would say that it's probably a low proportional of that.
Yeah, it's probably a pretty low. I think you're right. I think it's a pretty low percentage if you really.
I think it's safe. It's also safe to assume that somewhere down the line, someone has played baseball
Yeah, I mean.
or softball.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you probably played like t-ball or I mean, you don't have necessarily have to play
I don't know,
like,
like in the street, like in a parking lot, like sand lot. Like
yeah. I mean,
Kyle's played baseball. I've seen him play baseball. He struck out when I saw him play baseball.
Kyle's played Kyle's played
His
baseball.
strike zone's too big because he's so tall.
No, I think all of our strike zones are pretty tall.
I get really low when I hit. So
I know. I saw you.
That stance.
Craig gets the ball. Is out of the park.
that was my best facet of my game was my hitting. Running, not so much. Running, not so much. But hitting, that's where it's at.
Sprinting stuff. I'm playing.
All right.
What'd you say?
Is it sprinting stuff?
Sprinting?
Yeah. I have a hard time sprinting.
Yeah. Base running? It's a little different than sprinting. But
Well,
yeah.
you're sprinting.
Well, if you're still on a base, you got.
You're still on a base, running for
yeah.
okay. I'll give it to you, Kyle.
There you
I'll
go.
give
give you
you
the point on that
80%.
one.
Basically, a
80%.
sprint, especially if you get
Pass
you
it
have to
grade.
run fast.
82%.
Okay, fine, 82%. I'll take a B minus. That's
All right. Well, I think we really did cover a lot there. By the way, you look amazing wearing that hat.
Thanks.
So I told him, like, you're doing it. What it is, no one knows.
Whatever it is, what it is, it's just
No.
something.
You gotta look. You gotta look to you now.
It just is.
No, you gotta look.
What? Okay. Fair enough.
But anyways.
Look like crap.
Whoa.
Oh.
That just got real,
Yeah,
man.
that's weird.
This got weird. We're gonna move on from that, and now we're going to go on to our favorite.
See you in the parking lot later.
Settle.
Have you seen Harold and Kumar? Okay.
I don't know what just happened. What the show's taking a turn. But anyway, so now we're gonna move on to our monologues, and given that Craig is our special guest, we're gonna let him go first. So I know what you got up your sleeve. So take it away.
Yeah, I gotta address something. I want to address athleticism. And I want to address athleticism in relationship to something that has been said on this show before.
He kind of already knows where you're going with this.
Back in
I know what
episode
you're talking about.
4 or 5, I'm not really sure. It's an early episode. Go back and watch it. They're all on YouTube in the archives. Someone on this couch said
That wasn't me.
it wasn't not Robbie, and I'm not sitting on the couch, so I'm gonna let you guys decide who it is. He said that his most athletic moment of what year was it? 2014,
13.
2013 was pushing a cart up a hill. And
Four toddlers.
I quote said,
4 toddlers.
you said, that cart was heavy, but I got through it, and I was really proud of myself. That's crap. You pushed the cart up a hill, big deal.
4 toddlers.
4 toddlers, okay. 4 children. Should've just left them there. Okay? That wasn't athletic. It was athletic, but not as athletic as you think it was. Okay?
Probably not.
You gotta step your game up, Kyle.
I know.
And I think...
My doctor says so.
No, not even that. We have to do an episode where Kyle does every sport we can think of by himself.
I like that. And we just film it and then part
And he has to... We get challenges from all over the world.
By the way, if you're watching this, what sport do you want to see Kyle play?
If you want Kyle to play, do a sport.
Comment below.
Yep. Or tweet him, tweet the show.
Yeah. By the way, all right, I just want to point this out, and I'll let you get back to
Instagram.
it. We are on Twitter now at OACTS. We're on Facebook. So no matter what platform,
Vine.
we're not on Vine yet.
Working on it.
We're working on it, but we're in whatever platform you're on. What sport would you like to see Kyle try?
That should be an ongoing segment. Each episode, Kyle does a sport.
Kyle does.
You know what? I would love to do that. Bring it on.
All right. Well,
Alright.
we're gonna make.
You gotta step your game up, okay?
Hey,
Yeah, that was a little whippy.
You
man.
gotta stop pushing carts uphill.
Yeah.
And you gotta...
And stop trying to
There's a
play it off as
steep hill.
athleticism.
Not just like a little tiny, it was a steep
Oh my
hill.
God.
You gotta stop pushing carts uphill.
And stop trying to play it off as.
And
if
stop
you're
trying to
doing
play it off as
something
athletic.
Yeah.
And you gotta start throwing balls.
Hitting balls.
I was in the track team for 7 years, Craig. I did throw a shot.
That's the one thing you can't do is throw a shot put.
Oh.
Oh,
On the show.
Oh.
You can't...
I understood.
Okay.
You can throw a shot put, we know that. That's nothing new. They're doing
Yeah.
other things.
I wouldn't want to ruin my lawn, but.
And for the rugby episode, I'm coming for you.
Ooh. You'll probably win. I'm not gonna even like bother.
You gonna hit the scrum
Making
machine
this-
with me? We're gonna do some rocking.
Okay.
You're gonna be screwed.
Probably. I'm not gonna do that.
Tweet us on social media.
Yeah. All right, Kyle.
What's
Now
up, Scott?
that you just completely been insulted to be.
I don't think he was insulted. That was just a friendly reminder to step your game up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah. You're
No,
trying to help him. You're trying
I'm
to
his
encourage him. Yeah. You're his friend. We're trying
I'm
to
trying to
encourage
motivate you.
Yeah, I've been doing sports throughout college.
I'm not doubting that.
You
We're not
did
doubting
one
that.
sport.
We're not doubting that.
You did
We're
one
in football in
sport.
high school.
We want to see.
Oh yeah.
No. We want to see you play the sports of the world.
Just all the sports.
We want
Cricket.
to increase your
Kyle plays
horizon.
cricket.
Okay.
We
so,
want.
so you want me to
Wait,
do
don't
some
wanna
sports
play
I haven't played?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't count like baseball, basketball.
No, you have
I
to
can do
do.
hockey. I've never played hockey. So
Put
I'll
you
do
on
hockey.
skates.
Bocce.
Oh
Tell
god.
you to play bocce,
Last time that happened,
Tetherball.
tetherball.
Napoleon Dynamite style. All right,
Yeah.
I like it.
What else? Dodgeball.
Bowling. Dodgeball.
Bowling.
All right, I've done bowling before.
Golf.
You're bowling.
Like real
bowling.
golf.
You gotta have you do real golf.
Real
Not mini golf.
No, real.
Is it even mini golf when you play because you're so tall?
I did.
I'm not insulting you.
Okay.
I don't want you to think I'm bad.
Okay, fair enough.
Because now I feel bad.
You should feel the honest.
This is what to. This is what to.
Greg, I'm just
sad
laughing
place
again.
again.
I'm
Every time you come
No,
on,
no,
it's
no.
supposed to a sad play.
I'm upset. I'm upset now.
Hey, you can solve me, dude. I don't care. I need to gain more.
Kyle, why did you do this, Kyle?
I need to gain, no. I know you're coming from that.
You're a
I need-
monster.
I need to gain more sports knowledge.
You're
so
a
I need
monster.
to understand more of the game. So I understand. I got it. It's okay. So I'll play.
Oh,
I'll
boy.
play the games. I'll get
All
turned.
right,
I'll
Kyle.
do it.
Kyle, before we completely go off the rails, do you
All
have
right.
anything for us in terms of a monologue?
Just one sentence. Bring it on. Next.
Is that all you
That's
have?
all I have.
Okay.
The cheerleading movie with Kirsten Dunst?
Yes.
It's a quality film. Robbie?
I'm just waiting.
I would be with Eliza Dushku from that movie. Okay. Anyways.
That just got weird. Okay, but yeah, so my monologue is actually is a good one. It's sort of going back to our baseball theme here. I really enjoy watching the Little League World Series because I feel like it is baseball at its purest form. You don't have, these MLB guys with the steroids and the arguing and the fighting and all that stuff. It's just a bunch of 11, 12-year-old kids going out and playing the sport. They're like, what the hell are you
With the steroids and the arguing. That was funny. You nailed it.
Alright, but, and also, the thing I like most about it, there's a couple things. The thing I like most about it, though, is the sportsmanship. Because, you see the players, when they get hit by a pitch, or the pitcher hits them, they don't yell at each other, they don't charge them out, they go and shake hands. And it's really cool. And I think it's just something that people in pro sports should really take a look at. Because, these kids are doing what sports is supposed to be. And it's just having fun. They're just having fun. And they're playing the sport they love. And I think it's a great thing. And I think that everybody out there should watch the Little League World Series. Just for the purity of the sport at its finest. So
That being said, it would be really funny if one of them charged them out.
that is true, and I would probably get a big laugh about it.
I would get so pumped. But, I hear what you're saying.
So yeah, so that's I just really enjoy watching it for that
It is fun.
reason.
I like when they do the international portion.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You get to meet. The players get to meet players from other cultures,
Yeah.
other countries, other languages.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool.
I always have wanted to be a coach or something like the Little League World Series. I think
Be an umpire.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just a lot of pressure to umpiring those games, but I think perhaps, or even just being a coach or something like that. So that's what I got. Anyway. That's gonna wrap it up for our show. I know it's a longer one, but you know what? When we have Craig on, we just have a blast. So we gotta milk this for as long as we can. Thank you, buddy. By the way, want to give a
Man.
there we go.
Cable covers rock, dude.
Ooh. School.
I want to give a shout out to Craig's show or Not Your Show.
It's not Craig's show.
Why would you say that?
I'm sorry, buddy. But anyway, if you haven't got a chance to watch it, please watch an episode of the Craig Show. It's not his show. I've been on it. Kyle's been on it.
A lot of people have been on it.
It is a blast. I mean, Craig.
It's a truly unique experience.
It really is. And if you haven't experienced it, you're missing out.
It's safe to say on this show, we're all pretty typical, well-adjusted human beings.
On your
my
show, or not your show, not your show.
Sorry, they're legit insane people on it.
Yeah, oh, very insane. We're not going to name names, but Sean and Jack have. I didn't say that. What are you talking about? It's nothing.
You do a wrestling episode. Maybe Jack can come on.
Ooh, that might, or yes, Jack or Sean.
I'd come on for that too.
That would be.
That should be one of Kyle's sports. Kyle wrestling.
Oh my
God! Yes.
We're doing
choke
that.
slip. Kyle choke slip someone.
Kyle
You
actually.
choke slip me before.
No, Kyle
Well, he did
actually
videos, yeah.
won a wrestling match, though, I must say. In
He
your
did.
Show.
Oh, that's right.
Kyle took
On
the
my
belt.
show, there are wrestling matches at least once an episode.
Yeah,
I got a
and
wrestling
Kyle
belt.
took the belt.
Kyle-
Before they get wrestling.
What did you do to someone?
He
I
kicked
think-
Scott. He kicked Scott. This kid Scott.
Oh,
He
yeah.
kicked him in the knee, or
I kicked. Well, no, it wasn't really the knee. It was a little higher than the knee.
Yeah.
Got him in the nuts.
yeah. we can be honest. Yeah. But,
I remember that.
But
Yeah. Pinned him
anyway,
down.
Yeah.
So.
Craig.
People fight on the show I host.
That's
how I say it.
It's an awesome time.
We'll have to get into a war where we fight too. That'd be kind of cool. Or just get random.
Y'all can
people
fight
come
right
in.
now. You've been fighting all episode. Just
We haven't been
duke it
fighting.
out.
I
Anyway.
Kyle, you're being very unprofessional.
Anyway.
Professional is my middle name.
Alright, so for Kyle and Craig, I'm Robbie, signing off here for On the Couch Talking Sports. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, follow us on Twitter at OACTS and Facebook. Goodbye, everybody.
What's up, Scotland?